I usually don't see him on his day of his birthday because, everybody be there and, I'm not really a big people person, but I usually see him the day afterwards. And mom called me and told me that my dad was in the ICU. And I'm thinking, well, nobody didn't tell me what's going on. Is this some kind of joke? Tell me what does it look like in heaven? Hey, welcome back to the episode of Kicking It with K and K, a special episode. I'm your boy Kamar,
and I'm Kaylee.
And we always say, come for the fun,
stay for each other.
And today's episode is going to be featuring a lot about grief, parenting, and obviously relationships. Mm-hmm. And we're going to jump right into that, guys. Grief is something we've been over before, and it's never really easier to talk about. I mean, the more I talk about it, the more I read about it, the more that I know people that's going through it. It's really heartbreaking and really a mind thing. And the emotions get the best of you. You start reminiscing about the person that passed away, and man, I'm telling you, it's harder and harder every year, every day, every second. You just gotta find small things like throughout the day to pick your spirits up, even just a little bit. Look for those signs, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, look for those signs, look for those things that can make you at least crack a smile. Not smile fully, but at least like smirk a little bit, because walking through this weird desert land of grieving is not a club that nobody wants to be a part of. You really don't.
I think the signs help you breathe.
Help to breathe.
Yeah, because when you're grieving, a lot of times you're not necessarily physically, holding your breath, but it feels like you're holding your breath. It feels like you're stuck in that day that all of it happened. The little reminders, hey, I'm here, I'm still around, right. I'm watching you,
right,
type thing. Like mine for my son,
right.
I always look for butterflies, and they usually always come around me. I'll even have them land on me. That's never ever happened before until after I lost my son. So I look for butterflies, or I look for the cardinals, or I'll look in the sky, and when the sky's orange,
right,
I know he's kind of letting me know. Or, riding in the car and a song comes on that'll remind me of him, or, of another loved one. It don't have to just be my son. Unfortunately, I know a lot of grief. So it's just the little reminders.
Guys, resonating with her and knowing that our loved ones are still out there, are still looking, at us, watching over us, making sure that, we still good some way, somehow, and no matter if it's a butterfly or a sign of like a picture billboard saying you can do it, or, some random person talking to you that you never ever met before, but they say something to you and then walk away, and then you turn around, it's just gone. I don't know if I just imagined that, and, and it was real, or was that a sign from so-and-so that to tell me to keep pushing, And as grief, I haven't really known grief before. I lost my father, and it's been tough, man. It's been emotional. It's been one crazy hell of a ride, knowing that he won't be able to see my son and feel him and laugh and talk shit to me, and, pick the girls up and throw them and toss them and make them giggle and let me know that I'm doing a great job. I won't hear that voice telling me what up, or that smell of beer and, laughter, hyped up loudness every time he watches sport. And he just be pumped up and geeked up, and, even when his team wasn't that good, that was my dad, man, and he loved him some lions. He loved cooking. It was his main thing, and every time he cooked, everybody got a plate, man. Even if he didn't know you. I remember one time, if you guys from Detroit, I know, it's this place called Belle Isle, and it's like a park slash island slash a beach. But you can look over, you can see Canada. So that's pretty cool. But basically, we usually go out there and we used to barbecue a lot. My dad used to love barbecuing. This one time, man, he was just barbecuing, and he never cared how hot it was. He was sweating bullets out there. I mean, my dad was bald headed and clean with the goatee and everything. Just yeah, yeah, talking his talk and relaxing, and you know he had all the food and passing out to everybody who was around who didn't have food. And, you know that's what I remember about my father. And people gonna say some negative things. You know that, but he's still my daddy. He's still the person that I look up to. He's still the person that I grew up with, and you can never take that away from me. Everybody gonna say something negative, but people gonna have to realize that that loved one means more than anything you can say. It really does. You know,
I agree, but respectfully or disrespectfully, I really don't care. But once that person's gone, you can shut the fuck up. You don't need to talk about that. If you have ill to talk about them, don't do that. Don't bring it on. Don't talk ill about the dead.
and we both had different experiences dealing with it.
Yeah.
Um, the only one, I mean, she said she been through a lot of grief, but her son is the one that that really, hits home. And uh, every time she thinks about him or watch a video or a picture or
When my son passed away, I died with him.
hmm,
Maybe not physically, all that good stuff, but
yeah,
I died too.
right,
And I still, even though a lot of things, my mind's blinked out, like I don't remember a lot of things that happened, especially like the funeral. I remember certain things. I remember certain people and what they said.
right,
Um, like my grandma Kay,
mm-hmm,
she came up to me at the funeral,
mm-hmm,
told me not to worry, that she'd be going to heaven soon and she was going to take care of him until I got there. And at the time, I was just like, Grandma Kay, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. I can't do it. And I lost my Grandma Kay the next year. And she meant what she said. She knew she was not well
yeah,
and just didn't tell the family. And that rocked our world too, to lose Grandma Kay. Um, it feels like I've been dealing with grief since 2011 when I lost one of my best friends in a car wreck. Uh, I ain't been right since. I still remember getting the phone call. I just got off of work,
yeah,
and my cousin told me to called me. Actually, Megan, if y'all know Megan Mondays, it was her. She called me and told me to have a seat, and I was like, "No, what's wrong? Just tell me." I wish I would have took that seat because when she told me, I fell to the ground. My dad thought something had happened to me, and yeah, it just wasn't good. It was we all just graduated. He didn't even get to walk the stage with us. School was out,
right,
and he went riding with his friends. And how Jake, if you look at the text messages
mm-hmm,
and just certain things that he did that day,
mm-hmm,
it was like he knew. He knew it was going to be. Because I mean, our other friend, maybe that was in the car, and thankfully he made it out.
right,
Not unscratched, but he made it out. And one of the last messages to him was that he loved him. So he'll get to cherish that forever. But ever since Jake's passing, it's just like I've had to deal with it constantly. And it's never really stopped or gotten easier. But my son's passing is the one that took me out.
guys. What she telling you guys is from the heart and from truth. And I'm gonna break it down for you guys when it comes to grief. Uh, just from my own experience, and grieving is a lot of different stages in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the acceptance, you got the
That's one of the
bargaining, and
last ones.
uh,
So that's one of the last ones. Is
yes,
acceptance.
I know, and but there's a lot of different ones. But my emotions went up and down that day. You know, the feeling of feeling useless and not being able to help the person that you love. Just you don't know what happened. That's the problem, and you don't know how it happened and why it happened, and you really try to think to yourself, could I have done something different? Can I have helped in any way?
Mm-hmm.
And people will always tell you, no, man, you know, it ain't your fault. This could have happened any day. This could have did something. No, this could have been avoided. You know, my dad was a lot of things, but I know he was hurt inside. He was going through a lot with my mom, and um, I guess he felt alone. And I talked to my dad a lot that year, and I remember I was visiting the house, and I saw my Uncle Jason. I think my mama. No, I picked my mama up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and because she was going through it, and that's how my. I mean, that's how it was, and I don't understand why. But my uncle pulled up at the same time because he just got off his shift, and I'm taking her to the house, laid her down in the bed, and my dad got up and he said, it's you and your brother's fault that she act this way because she can't forgive herself for acting the way she was acting when she was working a lot. But you know, and seeing my dad standing there telling me a lot was going on in the house, and but I didn't see no signs of anything. You know, in my mind, my dad was a superhero or super strong, and I don't think nothing could take my dad down. I mean, the dude was like a tank. 6'3", 6'4", ball headed, angry and muscular, and can cook, laugh,
Mm-hmm.
joke, and that's how I looked at my father. And I didn't see no sick signs of anything. And I told my dad that I was moving to Indiana, to be with a girl and her kids because I love her, I love the kids, and I, I want you to meet them one day, and get your grandkid and have a lot of them. My dad gave me a high five and a hug, and you know, it felt like it usually do. So in my mind, I didn't think nothing of it, and you fast forward, and I heard my daddy voice again on the phone. He in the car with my mom, my uncle, and hey, what up, Mark? What's going on, Dad? You all right? Yeah, man. Here with your crazy ass mama, and you know, chilling with Jay, our usual. Again, you don't hear nothing, you don't see nothing. It's just regular. And then I remember I was getting home because, guys, I was so sick. I was sick for like weeks, and I don't know if God spared my life or something, but I was not feeling good at all. But so I get home. Uh, man, I miss so much fucking school, and I'm trying to cram. And when you cramming, man, you cram, and I passed my test and all that. But the point was, it was my dad's birthday. I usually don't see him on his day of his birthday because, everybody be there, and I'm not really a big people person, but I usually see him the day afterwards. And mom called me and told me that my dad was in the ICU. And I'm thinking, why nobody didn't tell me what's going on? Is this some kind of joke? I mean, my dad had been in and out the hospital for the year. And again, grieving, guys, you don't know. We don't know what happened, how it happened, when did it happen. Everybody got their own fucking story. But you gotta see it for yourself. Your heart racing, blood pumping, and your mind just going all over the fucking place. You moving, but you're not feeling like you're moving. It just kind of, your body kind of just going through the motions, because at that point you're not feeling anything. At that point you're not really thinking of anything except what's going on. And guys, when you walk through the door and you talk to the security guard, hey, I'm here to see Ronald Pleasant. Yeah, that's your daddy? Man, your daddy funny, cool, love that guy, man. Yeah, he at room so and so ICU. You can't miss his up, a couple floors up. And at this point, I'm just dreading the worst. But I told myself, my daddy's strong. He ain't going nowhere. He got this. Stop, stop worrying. So I get up there, guys. I mean, when you dread something and you worry so much about something that you really pray and hope that it doesn't happen. You put this strong fucking face on. You walk in you know, like he would want me to walk in. And I get there, my dad is asleep on the table, and I see all these machines hooked up to my daddy, and medicines and IVs, and nurses telling me about what's going on, what they gave him, and they all tell me stories about my dad, how funny he was, how cool he was. Why is he asleep? Why can I why can I see his smile or talk to him? And they told me they had him put him under sedation because he was in so much pain, or he couldn't breathe or something. And she told me that it took like 6 or 8 people to hold my daddy down for the sedation, because he said if he went under that, he wouldn't wake back up. And guys, I kid you not, my heart dropped down to my fucking soul, because I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want my daddy to leave without seeing me accomplish my goals. It sounds selfish as fuck. It sounds crazy, but I always thought my dad was always gonna be there. Always. And we get to the point where again, you just don't know. You don't know how it happened, when it happened. And these are my stages of grief, and I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm upset, I'm not bargaining shit, I'm not accepting shit, I don't know shit. All I know is that's my daddy laying there. And I didn't know what to fucking do. But fucking pray, fucking anything to save my dad. Cause like I said before, he a great guy, great dude, did the best he could when he raised us. And I just can't, I couldn't bear it. I'm pacing and back and forth, not trying to think about the fucking worst. And, you know, cause losing somebody that you grew up with, loved, cherished, seen every day, checked on you, not to hear their voice again breaks my fucking heart. It really does. And I'm telling you this because I've been through this with you. We both have.
We still going through it. Not that we went through it. We still going through it.
The pain is real. You can't write a fucking script about it. When something happens and you experience it, you can never forget it. Ever. I've never lost a child before, and God, I hope not. And
Better not.
just beautiful girl. So beautiful. Every time I see a young lady, I think about her. I mean, she could really do it all. And I can't really stop thinking about her. She passed away so fucking fast, too fucking soon. And I knew her, you know. I've seen her when she was a child until almost a young lady, basically. She was smart, she was talented, she was gifted. She's way smarter than me. That's for damn sure. She was in high school taking these AP classes. Man, her mom always tells me she could light up a whole room. She was great. It was never too too quiet in the house when she was around because always laughing and giggling and
Singing.
singing and smiling and that's how she was. I mean, I remember her and her sister like it was yesterday. Using their mom phone to do TikToks and dances and you know, and I loved every minute of it because I love being around them. They gave me hope that I can have kids one day and be a good dad because they made it so easy and Chris made it look so easy and they had so much fun just being with just a mama. A mom who works hard and does everything she possibly can to support for her girls. And that's something where that bond is unbreakable. And she's she's irreplaceable. And I asked her, I said, I wish I could do anything and everything to bring her back to her. I really want to see them again together. Guys, this stuff is real, man. Death is real. Not being able to see her again just doesn't seem real. So I'm asking you guys, I'm telling you guys, cherish your loved ones, cherish your kids, cherish your dad, your mom, grandma, sister, whoever it is, because we don't know when, we don't know why, and we don't know how. And people can tell you a billion fucking things, but they can never tell you the reason why. Really, why? Because it hurts, you know. Because when they leave, the loved ones, we still here. We still mourning your memory because y'all meant everything to us.
That just shows how much love you had for them.
Yeah, man, it's it sucks. Life sucks, and we all just trying to make it to the promised land. And she has so much potential and so much talent that she could have literally did anything. And to see that, and to see my best friend going through what she going through, the heartbreak, the zoning out because she don't know where she is, the feeling that she's basically dead inside because that's how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they die, they take us with they literally take us with them with a lot of questions, not with a lot of answers, with a lot of grief, but with no joy. And I couldn't celebrate the death. I can't celebrate that. Don't fucking ask me to celebrate somebody's life because their life should still be here. Their life should always be here with their mom, with his son. That's what it should be. I don't know, man.
I agree with you on that, but I also know that's not what they're asking you. When they tell you to celebrate the life, it's because they know our loved ones that have passed would not want us not feeling joy, not being okay. And we celebrate their life to honor their memory. It's not to say that, because Lord have mercy, everybody knows I hate the saying they're in a better place. It's not to say that. It's to
Mm-hmm.
honor their memory. So when I think, when we do celebrations of life, it's to honor their memory, to show who they are. I don't like to say were. That sounds so official. So I always say who they are, and just to speak their name. I kind of, my kind of grief is, it kind of goes with the Disney show Coco. I don't know if you've seen it or not,
No.
but there's a part in Coco
Mm-hmm.
where it's the afterlife, and this old man, obviously he's deceased, but he's like partying with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but he's playing the guitar and he starts
So I go to
like,
the graveyard or something. I forget what.
no, it's the Coco is
I know.
about
I
the
know what
Day
it
of the Dead,
is,
but this part, the boy, he's into the afterlife.
yeah.
He's in the dead area,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call that. And this old man, he's playing his guitar, but he starts like going in and out. Like you can see him, but you can't. And he's like disappearing.
Yeah. Right.
And the boy's like, "What's going on? What's wrong with him?" And they're like, "He has to cross over because nobody has the picture out of him, and
Right.
nobody,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and
To
nobody
memorize.
remembers him."
Yeah. Right. I think. I think. I did see
So
that.
I seen that, and of course I cried like a baby because that's all I kept thinking about is all my loved ones. I always speak their name. I always,
Right,
you know, have a memory of them. So
right.
as long as I'm alive, I know they're, I guess, having a good time in heaven in my head or wherever, the limbo or whatever.
And this is
But
mm,
just remembering them and speaking their name, I have pictures of my son still up, and they'll always be up. Um, Speaking memories of Jake, speaking memories of Lester, Joey, my grandparents, all of them,
right.
my cousin Ruben, all of them, I try to speak. When I talk to people that know them, I try to, bring them up.
That's right.
Um, my son, I think about him every day, all day,
I know.
and I don't have to
You
talk
should.
to people about him. But it is nice when people do tell me about him, tell me they miss him, tell me they
Memories and all
remember his
that.
smile, his laugh, how sweet he was. You know, I found out real easy and hard, not easy, but found out hard and fast that you know life's not promised tomorrow.
It's
Um,
not.
my son was only 20 months old. That was getting ready to turn two, and didn't even see two.
And
God has got more birthdays than I have.
guys, and we telling you this again. This is how we grieve. This is what we go through in our process. And the tips we can give you though is have have some money ready just in case things happen,
Get the life insurance policies. Get the you can actually go to a grave.
and pre-order your
Yeah, you can get your
grave
burial
site.
plots,
Right,
and
which I might
if
do.
you want to do it, go ahead and get your headstone. Make
Yeah,
it the way
might as
you want it.
well. Yeah, design it the way you want just in case because
Um,
I read somewhere that Jackie Chan and what he I think he said he decided the music that he wanted to be played at his funeral and he picked out where he wanted to be at and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that you guys, because words have power, but and actions. But I'm saying prepare your family before
right.
they have even more things to worry about when it comes to your death. Now, if you're a young person, like teenage or kid or
Mm-hmm.
infant, um, there's what we can't do nothing about that. But if you're an older person and you pass like 25 or 20, 18 maybe, and try to make it a little easier for the family because we never know when it's our turn.
And I know some of these things are too hard to handle. Like, I can't get myself to write a will. I can't do it. Every time I try, I just cry and I can't do it. But, you can
Mm,
get that life insurance policy. You can get the other things, that's kind of, you pay for it, but it's out of sight, out of mind
100.
type thing.
Yeah,
But it's there for when your loved one needs it.
right.
So you can get those. I know it's kind of hard to go and pick out a burial plot.
Mm,
So, teach their own however you want to do that. But like I said, the life insurance is real good.
it is.
But yeah, um, but my tip on grief is it's okay to grieve how you grieve. And you're not crazy. I know a lot of times I feel like I am, especially the weird things I do to help me grieve.
Yeah,
But I'm grieving, and I have to give my own self grace. So give yourself grace and realize you can grieve however you want. As long as you're not hurting somebody
yeah,
or hurting yourself,
yeah.
grieve. It's okay. And however you feeling at that time, it's okay too. Just some days are going to be easier than others.
Another tip I want to say is, guys, give that person as much time. I don't give a fuck if it's 50 years, her whole lifetime, his whole lifetime. Give them as much time as they need to grieve.
There's no time limit on grief.
You got charge over there, please. for his laptop. But another tip I do want to give you guys is, you being there means a lot. You know, and trying to get them out the house, not even to go somewhere, but just to get on the porch or look at the trees or hear the birds chirp. Because I think looking at life helps too, you know, in a special way.
And do it kindly. Don't be pushy.
Right.
Don't be mean with them. And if they don't want to go outside, sit with them.
Yeah. I mean,
Sit with them. Talk to them. Help.
do
They need it. Hold them.
and do things that they love to do, or even they're not responding to you, like, hey,
They see it.
they hear you, they feel it, they see that you're there, they feel that love. And even if you can get them to crack a damn smile, hey, that's a win in my book. So, um, feeding, eating, give them some groceries in the fridge, breakfast in the morning, coffee, whatever it is that you can get them to do, or whatever you want to like put out, to just try to help them. Like, oh, it's here whenever you ready. Um, because it's tough. It really is. Because it happens so unexpected. You just don't. You dread that fucking phone call, man. That phone call, or I believe yours was face to face.
No, mine was a phone call at first.
Phone calls first. Okay.
But even if it was, a planned or um, and when I mean planned, I'm not talking like, oh, we plan to die this day. No, I'm talking like the hospice cares. Even if and like people are telling you to prepare yourself, you can't prepare for that. You just can't. You can somewhat, like, I know it's happening, but you
Right.
can't prepare. Like when it happens, you can't, and that's okay. But yeah, mine was a dreaded phone call. I was at work. I was at work, and this is part of the reason I love hate my job, because I was at work. I first started, and I was actually doing CPR,
Right.
and um, at the time, and my son's father at the time had only one phone, and I gave it to
Mm.
him to have for the kids.
Mm.
And so he had to call up at my job,
Mm-hmm.
and Phil, which that man will forever have a spot in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Phil got the phone call. Phil came and got me out of CPR.
Mm-hmm.
Told me he couldn't understand what was happening, but told me to get my stuff, go ahead and call him back. And that's when I found out that I couldn't understand him, so I knew it was either my son or my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and something had happened. So I did 90 all the way home,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to pull up on the ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
slam my car into park without even actually stopping. Um, Fought a cop because he tried to keep me from going to the ambulance. Um, and then they told me I had to follow the ambulance to the hospital. And right then and there, they told me they was fighting to get my son to come back to life because he had died. So
Shit.
they was doing CPR on him. I got back in the car, followed the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
The ambulance made it there after I did.
Damn.
Um, and they put me in a stupid room alone with my son's dad. And then they brought in a chaplain, and I told them I didn't want a chaplain because I knew what that meant.
Right.
I just wanted to see my son. And they told me they couldn't let me see my son because my son wasn't breathing. And I remember punching a hole in the wall.
Mm.
And at this time, my mom had made it into the room with me.
Mm.
And they all thought I had actually hit my son's dad.
Mm.
because he fell to the floor.
Mm.
Um, and then they was telling me I can't be hostile. And I just told them, I just kept screaming over and over again that I just wanted my son. I got to see my son. Um, and finally, they got him breathing again, and they let me see him. And they was trying to fix my hand because I broke my hand,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't let them touch it. Told him I'd get it fixed once he was fixed. Um, and then they told me they was gonna fly him to Indy because he needed special care. Um, and to make it more dramatic, DCS was there because when a child is hurt, they automatically have to get called out.
Of course.
Um, and at the time, I was not understanding that, nor did I care.
Like right now, like literally, like at all times.
Yeah, they was getting ready to prepare my son to fly, and the cop and them was wanting to talk, and I told him to get the fuck out of my face.
Mm.
And once my son was aboard the helicopter, because I
Yeah.
went up on the helicopter area, which we were not supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
but I did anyway. I watched him take off, went back down,
No one blames you for that, by the way, either.
and told the cop and the DCS that I wasn't at work, so they outruled me. That obviously I didn't do nothing, but they wanted to question him, and I told them that I'd kill him if I found out that he killed my or hurt my son.
Mm-hmm.
So they had nothing to worry about, and we'd talk later. And the cop was like, "I can see you're upset. I'll talk to you when you guys are when it's more calm." And I was like, "That's fine."
Yeah, comrade.
And then we
Heads.
rushed down to Indy and spent 4 days there.
Yeah.
And that was the worst 4 days of my life. It felt like it never ended. It was just long. My son was on the vent. He wouldn't wake up. That what haunts me to this day is I was doing CPR when my son needed CPR. And I was doing it on a dummy instead of my son. So I feel like I could have saved him. And then
That's
while
the
we was
worst.
down there,
Yeah, that's a thought. We all get that thought.
while we was down there, my baby never woke up. And I kept begging and pleading and praying and begging and pleading and trying to get him to wake up. Just anything. I even had my cousin bring toys, his favorite toys. I hate the fucking movie Frozen now. I hate the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse because that was his favorite. Oh, Toodles. I hate that. And then we had a microphone that sang Let It Go. And I hate that damn thing because now I feel like he did let it go. He let it go and went to heaven instead of fighting for his mom like I wanted him to. They came in and did the horrible test where they see if he has any brain function.
Yeah.
And one part was pouring water into his ear to see if he did anything, I guess. I don't know. He never really explained what he was doing. He did that one day, and obviously my son showed nothing. And he warned me, there's a small chance that I will get the next day and him actually do something.
Right.
They say a lot of times they'll pass the first test and fail the second. He said, but he's never had any of them fail the first and pass the second. And I told him, well, there's a first for everything.
That's right.
So we ain't rolling my baby out.
We ain't done yet.
I even yelled at my grandma because my grandma, she probably meant well, but at the time, and still to this day, I have a hard time with it.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, she was praying for me to have peace and acceptance. And I told her he ain't dead yet to get the fuck out. And I had never pissed up my grandma before.
Mm.
But I told them if they can't pray for him to make it through it, then they can get the fuck out. And they did. At least I think. Hell, I don't know. I never checked again. But I kept praying and bleeding, and I never left his side. I even was trying to pump for him, and my body ended up stopping producing milk, and my heart knew then, but I didn't accept it either because they wanted to try to for G-tube feeding um, my breast milk.
Yeah.
So we did that. I got enough to do it, but wasn't good enough. And that May 11th came. My doctor came in. And I tell you, I never wanted to fight someone so bad in my life. And he came in, did the test.
Yeah.
And I was begging and pleading. And he just looked at me. And my heart sank. Because he said, I'm so sorry. And then he said, time. And my world shattered.
That's the worst thing you can hear.
And not only did they say time, that was the worst thing to hear. But then this other team comes in.
Right afterwards, man.
Right after I'm sitting here, not even wrapping my head around. It's, Mom, do you want him to be an organ donor?
Mm.
And at first, I am not gonna lie, I told him to fuck off and no. If my son's body didn't keep him, then fuck everybody else. It was my parents that actually talked me
Into doing it.
off of the ledge there.
Yeah.
And reminded me that my son's a blessing. And that if my son could live on just in another body, why not do it? So my boy became a hero to 3 individuals. And he has his heart still out there pumping. And his intestines and his kidneys. And I hope those people take real good care of him.
You know, that's special. And again, that call, the time is so fucking dreaded. And I remember everybody praying out in the hallway to have my dad make it. And I just knew in my heart that this might be the last time I see my daddy. So I pleaded with God, looked up to the sky, like, just let him make it through this. Just, man, I'd do anything. Shit. And I get like this little tease of hope. I can't fucking stand it. To this day, I can't stand it. I remember the doctor walked up to me, my brother, me and Jamar, and he asked, well, your dad not breathing by himself. So, is there anything you guys know or anything that can help us get him there? How does he sleep when you're at home? Or I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to always sleep on his stomach sometimes, and that helped him breathe a little better. So they tried it, and it worked. I'm thinking to myself, my daddy gonna live. He gonna live, man. Please, he gonna live. He was stable for a little bit. You know, everybody telling me to go home, get some rest. Because in reality, I didn't get no sleep. It's like I was staying up waiting for that call. Because there's a whole team there on my daddy. And I got that call that there is nothing more we can do for him. And I instantly went to rage, straight my whole fucking apartment, raced down the fucking whole fucking street, going almost 100 miles per hour. Made it to the hospital, parked right in front, didn't give a fuck. Raced up to the raced up all the way up to the top. And I hate saying this, but just say goodbye. I can still hear my mama scream in my ear about how my daddy left and how he died. And she said, no, no, his brother and my brother Jamil was just on the floor in tears. And my sister India had to fight and claw get her in there because she didn't want to see her dad die. But you guys gotta realize my dad and his kids is all the fuck he had. And he loved us with everything he had. It's tough because you feel like you can save him. You feel like you can do something. You feel like if you change something, tweak something. And I dare a motherfucker to say anything about my daddy. I'll blow this shit in. Again, there's a time and there's a place to do things. They gone, but they never ever forgot.
Never.
We miss you.
We love you. Always.
Guys, the only miracle that came out of this whole situation was that God gifted us something irreplaceable. Something that I never thought that I would have and not have my daddy here with me when it happened. But we was blessed with a beautiful son. I know we was blessed because we tried and tried, but she just couldn't get pregnant, man. You know, watching her go through that whole situation and the whole ordeal to look at her face of drought and crying in the bathroom, and it was difficult, you know, until one day I took the test with her. You know, she peed on the table. I didn't pee on the table with her, you know, but we did it together, and she peed and put in the cup, and voila,
Them 2 lines was solid.
we was pregnant. And man, that boy,
Mhm.
he's huge.
Yeah.
He is a big old blessing, and I feel like he was born to carry on his big brother and his grandpa legacy.
I agree. Our our son is so much of our blessing, and you just see so much of my son and his dad in him and around
Yes,
him.
yes, you can literally
Yes.
feel that shit.
We'll jump more into our relationship and like how we got together late on a different episode, but God definitely, I think God, Dad, and my son put us together, and nobody can tell me any different. There's too many. What do you want to call them? Quinky dinks.
Well, God, guys, and now, you know, we always say, show up for the fun,
Stay for each other.
and we really do mean that. And shout out to the people who did lose somebody this year. Shout out to everyone. And if you're going through this, listen to this.
And realize you're not alone.
We here for you.
Even if we don't know you personally, we're still here.
We got your back, man. And the last thing we're gonna do to close this thing out is a cringe. because we didn't get to do one.
We didn't do one last episode.
But
We're
it's gonna
gonna,
be Cringe Grief Edition.
yeah.
So my cringe is people who talk shit at the funeral.
Ooh,
You trying to get fucked up. You trying to be the next person in that motherfucking casket. That's what you trying to be. You trying to join the person that I'm grieving over, that I love, but yet you got this little whisper. Oh well, he what? He what? No, no. Y'all want to say I'll bring all that stuff up, because you don't hear the happy stuff and joyful, so you hear the negativity, and that's why I hear a lot of people say every famous person, whoever it is, they say out the whole arena they hear that one negative comment. You suck. So if you talk about the person or you're saying something negative about the person that's literally dying in front of me or in that casket, there's a time and a place to do that. Don't come up with your bullshit. Don't. Show respect, pay your respect, and get the fuck out. If you don't have nothing to say, don't say it at all.
amen.
That's my damn cringe.
My cringe. There's so many. But my cringe is when you tell a parent that has lost a child to um, remember that they have other blessings, that their children, that they still have other children, or they can try again, or some dumb shit like that.
Stupid.
One, a lot of times we're going to be nice and say, you're right, I do have other blessings. But then you're going to meet one like me,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to bite my tongue no more because I'm so tired of hearing that. Because fuck you. Kindly fuck you. Because yes, I have other blessings. Yes, I could have tried again. Yes, I could have did all that. But what child of yours would you let go of?
None.
Exactly. What child can you live without?
None.
So don't tell me to be okay with living without mine. Because, yes, my son has been gone for 11 years. But I'm still not okay.
And
never will be.
No.
So, that is my cringe. Don't do that.
Guys, we love you guys. We come every week to give you these episodes, and today was a special episode. Everybody feeling really emotions, and we we want to tell you guys again, you're not alone. And if you guys need any help or any advice or tips on any of these things, y'all can always reach us on where?
KKPodcast595 at gmail.com.
I'm gonna leave that in the description as well, and you can always hit us up on TikTok at Crazy K Scott, TikTok, or Kamara Pleasant on TikTok, and subscribe, like, and share, man. You guys do a great job of that so far. So thank you. We appreciate all the love and all the new subscribers. Welcome to the family.
Thank you. Yes.
K and K gang, baby. What up?
We see you, we hear you, we are here for you.
That's right.
And that is how you guys got this special episode.
Guys, I'm your boy Kamar.
And I'm Kaylee.
Remember, they are gone.
But never forgotten. We love you always.
And we miss you. And peace.